Now, dear students, in this lecture video, I will explain the unit system and the fundamental quantities and the chapter number 2 system of units. Now, generally, we have the different types of the systems in which we are measuring the physical quantities. So, generally, we have the three basics types of the system. First is the FPS, second is the CGS, and third is the MKS system of unit. Now I am showing one of the pictorial diagram in front of you so you can easily understand them. Now students, this is the basic pictorial diagram of the different type of the systems. Now first the first system which is represented by the FPS, and the three alphabets are there, and each alphabets having its own representation. Now the first alphabet represent the measurement of the length, second alphabet represent the measurement of the mass, and third alphabet generally represent the measurement of the time in the each system. Now the first system, which is known as a British system because it is discovered by the Britishers. So the first alphabet having its own meaning, that is F means foot, P, that is mass, measurement of the mass in the pound, and the measurement of the time in the second. The second system, that is called the Gaussian system. Gaussian system, why we are saying, because it is a kind of the metric system in which we are using the value numerical value in the metric order. So the first word represent the centimeter, second word represent the gram, and the third word represent the second. Now the third system, this is the bigger system, and this system having the name MK system. Now the M regard the meter, K regard the kilogram, and S regard the second. Okay. Now in the 1960, and now there was a conference regarding to the weight and measure in the France. So the new system generated, that is called the system of international. So easily we are just saying the modified form of the SI system, that is called the system of international. So this is the general explanation of the three types of the system in which we are just using the three basic quantities, and we are representing the three basic quantities, and these quantities are generally known as a fundamental physical quantities. Generally length, mass, and the time, these are the three basic fundamental physical quantities, and we are representing just I am just saying the mass in the CGS gram, and in the MK system it is a kilogram. So now the next topic, we have the fundamental physical quantities. So beside the three, there are some other fundamental physical quantity. Why we are saying that these are the fundamental physical quantity? Because these having the following property. Fundamental physical quantities having the following properties. These are representing the basic scientific notations. Okay. Now these are simpler and the basic quantities. These quantities can't be obtained from the other quantities, or their unit can't be changed from the in the system. Always we have to be use the similar kind of the unit for them. Now where the other quantities can be represented in the term of the fundamental quantity, so that's why we are using the fundamental physical quantity. Those are very much helpful to discover the other quantities. Now there are the some fundamental physical quantities, those are similar in the physics and the chemistry. Now I am showing you the fundamental physical quantities in front of you. So student, generally we have the seven fundamental physical quantities, and first is the mass and the unit concern, that is kilogram, and the symbol of the quantity, that is kilogram. Now the second quantity, that is called the length, and the concern unit is the meter, and the symbol is the m. Now the third quantity, that is called the time, and it having the unit, that is called the second, and the simply representation of the second. Now the fourth quantity, that is called the temperature, and the unit is the Kelvin, and the symbolic notation is the K. Now the electric current, and it is the define of the electric current given by the ampere. So the unit of the electric current, that is ampere, and we are using the symbolic notation for the current, that is ampere. So quantity of the matter similar, it is a mole, and the representation symbol of the similar mole is there. Now the seventh, that is called the luminous intensity, and the unit is the candela, and the symbolic representation is the CD. Now beside these seven quantity, we have the two another quantities. Those are called the supplementary fundamental physical quantities. So one of the quantity, that is called the plane angle, that having the unit, that is called the radian, and the symbol which we are using, that is called the radian. Okay, now the solid angle which belongs to the three-dimensional system, and its unit is steradian, and the symbolic notation is the of the unit, that is called the SR. Now the plane angle, this physical quantity, fundamental physical quantity, represented in the two dimension, and this one is represented in the three dimension. So in the NCERT books, the general defines of these fundamental quantities are given. So we should only read them, not cramming them, because it's not easy to learn them. Only we have to be read them in a general way. So this is the basic explanation of the topic which I have given in front of you: unit system and the fundamental quantities. Okay, thank you, students.